Today, we are going to talk about grief. Grieving has many different steps, many different parts. You need to learn how to deal with it. And honestly, sometimes you're going to be in control, but sometimes you won't. And that's okay because I don't think there is any studies that can show you 100% how to grieve your loved ones that's no longer here or grieve a situation for something or someone, for example, a lover, an ex-lover, whether if it's a friendship or a relationship, something that you love, someone that you love. There's so much love. There are so much things that are left unsaid that can be a part of grieving. Let's go. Let's dive into my childhood a little bit. I was born and raised in Haiti. I am Haitian. I jack Haitian out of everything. I love being Haitian. It is the number one thing in my list. I don't care what other strings my family got in it. I'm just always pushing being Haitian and I love it. I lost my brother in an earthquake and that devastated me because he was my only friend. He was the only person that I know outside of myself really and I was very comfortable with. That was around my age at the time. We were exactly the same age. And listen, bro, everything happens for a reason. At the age of 9 was the first time that I could honestly say I lost somebody that I truly loved, that was close to my heart, that I understood that that person meant so much to me at such a young age. And there was just one day they were there and the next day they were not. And even though I didn't understand the full parts of life and death yet, but I had a pretty strong understanding of what happened and I had to cope with it, whether if I wanted to or not, and I had to continue living. So that's just from when I was 9 years old. I moved here when I was 12 and I lost my uncle. My uncle was a senator in Haiti and he was trying to do good work, but unfortunately, due to illegal people illegal things being done, and he's trying to put their dirty laundry out, not being a snitch, but he's trying to like solve issues for the population against certain rich people or against certain group of people. He was seen as an enemy, and the more people that he got behind him that wanted to vote for him, that wanted him to stay in power to do the great work of the community, the more the his opponents got mad and angry, and he was murdered. Like, I saw the body, and it's still on Google somehow. I saw the body on Google, multiple gunshots wound, like massacred, and he was my role model. And we talking about I lost my brother at 9 years old. At this point, this was of I want to say honestly 15, 16 years old, 2, 3 years after I moved to the United States, something like that. And I've when I got the news that I lost my uncle, it's just like when I got the news that I lost my brother, I felt crushed. And that is how anybody would have felt if they lost somebody that they love or looked up to. I looked up to my uncle. I wanted to be just like him. Till this day, they say I look like him, I act like him, I study as hard as him, I work as hard as him, like I walk like him, like I act like the guy. It's like I'm a complete replica. Since I was growing up, they always say, yeah, this man, if he wasn't his uncle, you would have think that's his dad, or if you didn't know him, you would think that's his dad. And I, until this day, like I'm more of him than I am of my actual father. And he was he's my mom twin, man. They look just alike, they act just alike, and I look just like my mother, I act just like my mom. So that's a lot there. I don't need to get more into detail. So I would say this: I'm 24 years old now. We're talking about 10 to 14 years later. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm not very good with those dates because those were some dark days, you know. To lose a brother, to lose somebody that you're close with, the loved ones, it doesn't get any easier. And I feel like sometimes people feel like, well, I'm not thinking about it, I'm not crying as much, I forgot about them. And they want to keep reminding themselves of these people. It's not about that. It's you gotta allow yourself to live. And you do that by sitting down, listening to your thoughts, honestly. To grieve, you gotta listen to your thoughts. You have to let yourself go through the motion because you just lost somebody, right? You just lost something so dear to your heart. Is crushing. Even after the funeral, even after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, it is crushing. absolutely sad. And some people deal with it better than others. Some people months later they're crying. Some people months later they can't go back to work. Years later they can't go back to work. They can't study the same way. They can't learn the same way. It's understandable. But the way you should go through with it is allow yourself to take the time because you're hurt, because grieving is a love, you know. It's a love that was never explained while that person was alive, or understood while that person was alive, you know. And there's a special connection. It's not just family or friends. It's just it's the memories. It's the fact that, you know, you're never gonna see that person again. You're never gonna get to have those conversations that I used to have. It hurts, and you have to let yourself go through it, man. You gotta let yourself go through it. You gotta walk through the darkness. Got to you got to put your head down and really look deep. And when I say deep, look deep, deep, deep into the memories, man, so you could give yourself a closure that that person can never give you. And honestly, you need to, and when you're picking up the pace, because eventually you have to pick up the pace, you would have to make sure that you are living your life not for that person. I feel like a lot of people, they get that very confused when they talk about grieving. They're like, oh well, you gotta make sure they're good, you gotta live for that person. Me, I don't live for my brother and my uncle. I just hope that I make them proud. I'm making myself proud. The things that I've want to do, I've want to learn. I wanted to go to engineering school, which I did. I wanted to become a photographer, which I did. Is more of my character being built up. And I hope they are seeing my personality and my character, and they are accepting that with the things that I'm accomplishing. I hope that my actions show that, yo, you were here. I saw all the things you did, and I hope that you see me and you're proud of me. I hope that even though you can't come to my graduation, you could see that I graduated, you know, and that's how I live to honor them, by doing better within me, not just for them, not accomplish their wants, but doing better within me, knowing that I'm trying my best to be a great person in this world. That is how I would grieve, and that is how I feel like you should grieve. Go deep, deep. Bro, I can't even explain how deep. Like, you really gotta sit here, man, and you really gotta let yourself cry. There's gonna be nights you can't go to sleep. Like, imagine losing your wife, your kids. There's gonna be times where you can't eat. You have to be not okay with it, but it gets better day by day, man. That is a step closer to having a brighter day, because guess what? You always gonna remember this person. It's just the thoughts gonna fade little by little. There are different types of grief. There are grief for the dead. There are griefs for dreams that are dead, for people that are dead. There are griefs for also a special ex, ex friend, ex lover, ex job. Grieving is not just somebody went 6 feet deep or somebody disappeared. You need to understand that. And like I said earlier, grieving is honestly the type of love that can no longer be expressed to that person. And that can mean because the person is dead, or that can mean because the situation is so bad that there is one party that has a anger in them, or an unapproachable standpoint where the other person cannot approach them to tell them how they really feel. Like, things are left on a bad note. So that honestly, bro, like, let's say you was dealing with a girl and she think you did something, or you think she did something, and then now she's hurt. She have so much things to say. She have so much love to give to you, and you the same, but y'all see each other, and it just can't happen. It just can't happen. Y'all don't talk. One of them choose to not talk because this one hurt me verbally, or whatever the case may be. You have to go back home with all that love inside of you, right? Because that love that you can't express, that's what hurts you the most. The love that you cannot express, bro, is the knife that go through your heart that make you feel heartbroken. When you with someone, yeah, leave on a bad note, like things ended on a bad note. but there is nothing more you could say. There is no way I can have a sit down. It's not but like, oh, this one is not matured, but it's just like it's so heavy, for both parties, no matter who's wrong, who's right. That you need to learn how to grieve that too, because that right there is pain. And honestly, I feel like you always have to be on point with grieving. And that is don't stay down too long because you have to pay your bills. You have to go to school, get that degree. You have to do so much things. Life go on. That's why like jobs only give you 2 to 3 days or a week max to grieve somebody that was close family members. Like let's be honest, I work for the city of New York. That's I'm not talking bad about none of my jobs. I love both of my jobs, but that's something that you got 2 to 3 days. Honestly, you have 2 to 3 days for family members, and if it's immediate family, your mom, your dad, maybe a week. And the problem with grieving is like you trying like sometimes like I said you just let it go through, but you have to fight it back, but it creeps on you. It creeps on you when you're sleeping. It creeps on you when you're doing an activity that you used to do with somebody that you can no longer do. It creeps on you when you're sleeping. You no longer being hugged by that person. It creeps on you when, like, bro, like there's football players that lose like their teammates, bro. Imagine how it is to feel like Imagine how it is to be on the field where today you was with one of the guys that you're doing celebration dances with, and then tomorrow that guy's not there. Like the homegirls that used to go to Sephora to get makeup shit together, that used to talk about their dreams and goals for their future together. Now one of them is dead at 22, 23 years old due to illness or due to something that went tragic with a man or with family members or a bad accident. Bro, those things grief on you because let's say I like playing basketball and then like, yo, bro, me and my boy, we always used to play basketball. And now I'm playing basketball with somebody else or by myself. And then, yo, that person name just quickly just it's like a flash, bro. Grief sneaks up on you. So what can you do? What you gonna do about it? Nothing. You just gotta go through the motion. Grief is all emotion, bro. You can only control so much. That's why I'm telling you that people cannot tell you how to grieve. You can try. You can give you opinions, but like you can apply those opinions, but it's not a guarantee because at the end of the day, bro, it takes so much out of you not to react when you being when your mind is forcibly like taking over, reminding you of something that's gush like is cutting you inside out, bro. And it's just something that's very hard to deal with, and it's out of your control. Even if you wanted to control it, you just simply can't. You can't. You can't take control of it. But here's the truth, though: you're not weak. Grief can sometimes makes you feel like you being weak. You're not weak. Yo, bro, grieving does not mean weakness. If it sneak up on you, bro, you let go, you crying, or you screaming, or you feel like you gotta go for a run, you feel like you're about to explode. That doesn't mean you're weak, bro. That is proof that you are loved deeply, that the love is still inside you, bro. You're a lover, you're a fighter, bro. No matter if it was for a girl, a man, your daughter that you lost, or your son that you lost, your grandparents, bro. That means you're a lover, bro. That is a positive thing about you, bro. Because your grief is showing you that you loved that person. You didn't just use them or didn't care about them or abuse their presence, bro. There was really something there. So when grief sneaks up on you, don't think you're weak. When grief sneak up on you, bro, think of it of a positive thing, bro, because you are a lover. You loved that person. You are not weak. You don't need to doubt yourself. You don't need to feel like you need to restart from the beginning, bro. You are good. You're doing good. Like grief is gonna make you question your worth, your purpose, your sanity. Do not lose that battle, bro. Because honestly, you grieving because you are a lover. I was on a job and I had a patient that just lost his mom and he was grieving. And he told me, how can I turn that into something positive? And I told him, you're already doing that because you're talking about it. He called 911 because he feels like, "Yo, I feel depressed. I don't suffer from anything, but I don't have no medical history of anything. But listen, bro, I feel like I can't be alone right now. I have no friends. I'm in the state by myself. I can't be alone right now." And bro, you know how much gut it takes for you to be grieving or for you to be hurt and admitting it? In 2025, in this world where we all being judged, even if the person is doing their job, they're still judging you, bro. I've seen it happen. So when that man told me, yo, bro, what can I do to cope with this? And I'm like, yo, bro, turn the pain into a purpose, bro. Feel the hurt. Do not run from it, bro. Often, when things get hard, we run. We run from it. We don't want to be seen crying. We don't want to be seen like screaming. We don't want to be seen as if we need help. It's okay. You are human, bro. Do not run from it. Feel the hurt. Let it hit you. Because guess what? Grief is going to sneak up on you. So whether if you like it or not, it's going to hit you. So let the motion go through. Talk about it. There gotta be an ear that is willing to listen. Talk about it, bro. Grief is heavy. Do not carry it on your own. I'm telling you, do not stay silent when you are grieving. It is the worst possible thing you can do. Share it. Share it with somebody. Not because you want them to feel bad, but because you want to be heard. You want someone to hear your story. Grieving is keeping that person's legacy alive. And I know I said like don't live up to their expectation, but keep their name alive, keep the legacy alive. Everything I do for my uncle, for my brother, it's the grind within myself, bro. I grind every single day, bro. I grind every single day. A lot of people think I was just being cocky, bro. I've come from nothing, bro. Nothing. Like I've had family members to help me, bro. My two sisters and my mom and my pops was around. Not like was around like oh he was in and out of my life, but that man was always working. I had people that supported me, yes, but I had to put in the grind to do it, bro. I love the hustle. You have to do you have to hustle within everything you do, bro. Within everything you do, you must hustle, bro. And I'm being very honest with you. The long nights, it's not just for you because you keeping somebody legacy alive, bro. It's not just for me at this point. It's for my brother. It's for my uncle. It's for my aunt. It's for my sisters. It's for my friends, the ones dead or alive, bro. I have to keep their legacy alive, bro. I have to push the last name going forward, bro. If you still love someone who's not in your life anymore, that doesn't make you weak. It just need honesty. Honesty. Honesty, bro. That person could move on, but like just let them go without hating, bro. I've said some things to certain exes like when they hurt me or cheat on me or I think they cheated on me or I'm trying to point fingers. I'm like, oh well, I hope you don't pass nursing school. I hope you don't get the job that you fucking want out of pettiness. And I'm being honest because this is the Honest Shift podcast, bro. And I had to learn how to let go without hating, bro. Let go without hating, for real. And honestly, number five, and I know we haven't been keeping count, but if you go back in this video, there's five different topics that I've went through. So far, we talk about feel the hurt, talk about it, keep their legacy alive, let go without hating. And the last one, right? The last one, it is honestly, you have to honor your journey. You don't have to move on. You just have to move forward. You do not have to move on. You just have to move forward day by day. Realistically speaking, day by day, just move forward with them in your heart, bro, not them behind you. In your heart. Love, bro, doesn't stop. You can move on, but the love that you have for that person, the memories being shared, if you really love them should stick. You can move on, but there's certain people I will always have love for them, bro. There's some of my bros I don't talk to, bro. I will always have love for them, bro. I'm being for real, bro. And honestly, it's nice and quick. I make it nice and quick because I didn't want to make it sound sad, but like, yo, these are the things that I'm being very honest with you. You need in my closing thoughts, and I've written them down, and I'm gonna read them out to you, bro. And listen to this. Grief is love with nowhere to go. That's why grief is love with nowhere to go. But maybe today, That love has a place in your voice, in your action, in your healing. And honestly, damn. Ah, I know I said like I sound happy doing this podcast, but it's very tough. Yeah, I never thought I'd be somebody that get like a little tearful on camera or that like freezes on camera, bro. And I'm not even gonna edit this shit out. But damn, to my brother, my twin, I miss you, bro. Every day, I miss you for real. This family would have been so proud of you, bro. To my uncle, I'm still trying to live up to the men you are, to your name. I'm still trying to live up to the men you were, my uncle. For real. This podcast is not easy to make. I'm holding back tears. And honestly, it comes in waves. And this is what I was telling you guys about. Shit. What the fuck? This shit come in waves, bro. I'm talking about it though. It comes in waves. To anyone, and I mean anyone out there holding a silent pain, you're not alone, bro. You're not corny. Nobody's better than you. A lot of people out here, they're just faking it. You're not alone. Let's keep walking. Let's keep healing. Let's carry the weight of what's left in this world together. Together. We could grieve together, even if it's different situations. And I hope this podcast stick with you and bless you. For real. I love y'all.